These are 3 farms you need in Minecraft Bedrock 1.19. The first farm we're going to be building is an iron farm, so make sure you're at least 150 blocks away from all other villages, or it is going to mess up the location that the iron golems spawn in. After you have a spot picked out, we are going to dig out a 7x7 square in the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And a quick note is that yes, you can build this underground. However, I'm going to be building it above ground. But if you want to build it underground, you very well can. After you've dug out your 7x7 hole, we are going to dig down 2 more blocks so that the hole is 3 blocks deep, and then clear out all of this space as well. So just make sure that this is a 3 deep by 7x7 hole to create this giant square. After you've dug out that square, we're going to make another smaller square inside of this. So we want to dig out the center 5x5 square, just like so. And then we're going to dig this down by 6 blocks. So just clear out all of this space and then dig down by 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just clear out this entire tunnel. After digging down by 6 blocks, we're going to come to the bottom of the chamber and place down 2 rows of 2 blocks, just like so. It doesn't matter which way you place them, just make sure that it looks like this. Then we're going to grab our beds and we're going to place down 10 beds on top of the blocks, just like so. And then we're going to come down here, shift click, and just break all of the blocks underneath of the beds, but make sure not to break the actual beds. And if you have the hitboxes, it makes it a lot easier, just like so. And we're going to clear out all of these blocks. Make sure that you're not highlighting the beds like I am. That is a really annoying block to get rid of. But yeah, so just clear out all of these blocks, and then we're going to place down more beds underneath of these beds, just like so. There we go. So then we're going to place down the other 10 beds like this, and then grab our blocks and build up by 2, and then just fill in this gap right here. So this is 20 beds for 20 villagers, and that's the amount of villagers we need to spawn in iron golems. So after doing this, we're going to place down blocks in the corner of this chamber, just like so, and then a block in the center. We're then going to grab our fletching tables. However, if you somehow wanted to have like a little trading center down here where you can trade with the villagers, feel free to use any workstation you would like. Keep in mind though that fishermen and librarians will only generate iron golems during the day and when it's not raining. So we're going to fill this in with fletching tables here, and that is going to make all of our villagers into fletchers. And then after we have all of these in, what we need to do now is get our villagers inside of the farm. So the easiest way to do that is to transport 2 villagers over here via boat or by minecart. And then they're going to link up to the beds and the workstations. So now they're both fletchers. And then you can just give them a stack of carrots or potatoes or bread, and they will start trading it in between each other, and then they will reproduce, and then you'll eventually have 20 villagers. Keep in mind though that you cannot have any nitwits or baby villagers while you are making iron golems. So kill off any nitwits and any baby villagers that will be nitwits. After you have all 20 villagers in here and they're all fletchers, we're going to place down a torch in the center of the farm right here. And then we're going to cover this over with blocks. So just grab any blocks, fill in this area just to keep your villagers nice and safe. And so that way you can also build a water stream over top of the villagers. So what we want to do is place down a block in this corner and then a water bucket. And then we're going to place down some blocks so that we have one singular air block over here. So we need to place down 3 blocks this way, 3 blocks this way, and then fill it in to make a triangle. So then as you see here, there is 1 block that has no water in it in the corner. So it is 4, 3, 2, and then 1, or just place down a block, build out by 3, and then build the triangle. But we want all of the iron golems to get pushed over into this corner where we are going to build the kill chamber. And to build the kill chamber, we're going to grab some hoppers here, and we're going to break this block, run a hopper into that block, and then break this block, and then the one right beside it right here. So then we have 3 hoppers running into the 1 hopper, which is going to run into our collection system. So come outside of the farm and then 1 block over, dig down by 4 blocks, and then maybe, you know, dig yourself a little staircase to get out. But if we come over here and break this block, we can go ahead and attach our chest, so that way we can collect all of that iron. So this is going to be where all of the iron and poppies end up, and any of the string from the unfortunate cat deaths. But we're going to come over here again, grab our campfires, and place down a campfire right here. If you have a soul campfire, that is better, but if you haven't gone to the nether yet, then a normal campfire will do just as well. Then we're going to grab our signs, place down a sign above the campfire, and then in this corner, and in this corner, and then finally place down a lava bucket right here, and that is going to be how we kill the iron golems and all of the cats. So as you can see, this cat is going to eventually burn on that campfire, and then we will get his string. So all we can do now is wait for an iron golem to spawn, and then watch him die. Actually, I think there's a glitch right here with the water. If we go ahead and break that block and then replace it, there we go. So if that glitch ends up happening, just do that. I don't know why it happened though. But yeah, we're just going to wait for an iron golem. It shouldn't take that long though. Alright, and as you can see, we now have iron golems. So this guy is going to spawn, burn in the lava, and then all of the iron is going to end up in the chest. You might notice that there are some new leaves and some slabs here. They don't really do anything other than make the farm look a little bit cooler, and they also keep like zombies and things out of the farm. So I like using it. You don't really need it, but I do think it makes the farm look a lot cooler. Additionally, I didn't have iron golems for a little bit, and that's because I had always day on. So make sure when you build this farm that you have the daylight cycle turned on and always day turned off. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with villagers not working at certain hours of the day, which makes this farm not work. Just make sure that you have the daylight cycle on like I do here. I usually play with always day, but I just turn this on. And as you can see, we're having iron golem spawn. It's super tiny, super efficient, and it's going to give you plenty of iron. This thing is going to produce about 250 to 300 iron per hour. So that is super awesome. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys do with all of your extra iron. The next farm we're going to be building is an AFK Fish Farm. So the first thing you want to do is dig out 4 blocks, then place down a double chest and run a hopper into that chest. Grab a fence post and place it on top of the hopper, and then place down a pressure plate on top of the fence post. We're then going to waterlog that fence post so that the water flows into that hole. Then we're going to set down a note block on the other end of the water, place down a temporary block right here, and then an iron trap door on it, so that when you walk into the pressure plate, it opens upwards. We can then break the temporary block, grab our fishing rod, and then get ready to AFK fish. So we're going to look at the end of this pressure plate, and then cast our rod, and set up our auto clicker. So I'm going to show you how to set up your auto clicker right now. Alright, with my auto clicker open now, I will leave a link in the description for the auto clicker I'm using. If you don't already have one, we're going to set it to 800 milliseconds. Right click, single click, and then you can bind it to whatever hotkey you want. So I have mine set to R, but I think it defaults to F5. Then what you want to do is stand on the very edge of the chest, and then we're going to look in the center and line it up with the edge of the iron trap door, and then go line it up with the edge of the iron trap door, and then go down just ever so slightly so that you are on the pressure plate. So it should be right on the edge like you see here, and then gently lift your hand off of the mouse, and then go ahead and start your auto clicker. So now it is going to click away until we catch something. So the bobber is going to sink. We're then going to reel our fish in, and we can take a look at what we've caught. So you could go AFK for a day, a week, a month. It really doesn't matter as long as your auto clicker is running and you have your computer running. Additionally, an enchanted fishing rod is going to greatly increase the rates of this farm, but don't go out of your way to make one, because you're going to catch a ton of enchanted fishing rods just by using this thing. So I recommend using an entire fishing rod, go AFK, and then come back and see what you've caught, and I guarantee you, you're going to have an enchanted fishing rod that you can fix. Maybe one has mending, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to wait to catch another fish because we are so close. And then after we catch that fish, we can take a look at what we have inside of the chest. And as you can see, we just caught another fish, and if we stop our auto clicker and take a look in here, we have a puffer fish, which ended up in my inventory, and then we also have a raw salmon. So again, with Luck of the Sea 3, you're going to get a lot more treasure, so that's enchantment books and enchanted fishing rods, bows, all that fun stuff. Or if you want to use lure, you could get even more fish. But this thing is super awesome to get tons and tons of XP, and it's also a really great way to get food. The last and final farm today is going to be a block generator, and the first thing we're going to do is place down 4 blocks like so. After that, we're going to expand it and just wrap it with blocks like this to create a 6x3 platform. After that, we are going to place down a U shape in this corner and a larger U shape in this corner, just like so. We're then going to grab a crafting table and place down the crafting table right here. Then we're going to break this block, and this block. We're then going to place down a double chest, run a hopper into that double chest, and then we're going to go ahead and place down water right here, and then lava right here. And in the center is going to be some cobblestone. So when we go ahead and break the cobblestone, it's going to generate a new piece of cobblestone. As you can see, it caught on fire here, so we're going to just cover this with some blocks. Really, you only have to cover the crafting table. However, I think for safety reasons and looking reasons, I think it's better to just cover up the entire thing. And then all that's left is this single piece of cobblestone, which we're going to break to get all of the blocks, and they're all going to end up in here. So let me quickly jump over into survival mode to show you how it works. Alright, in survival mode now, I have a pickaxe and I am ready to mine. So all we're going to do is place a weight or just hold down the break block button, and as you can see, it's going to generate cobblestone, and we're going to instantly break it, and it's all going to end up inside of the chest. Now, at a certain point, we're going to reach a point where it just quickly goes like you just saw there and there. So it speeds up the more you mine, and it is best to have the most efficient pickaxe as possible. So I'm using a netherite efficiency 5 pickaxe, and as you can see, all of the cobblestone is ending up inside of this chest. So this is a really easy way to get tons and tons of cobblestone, so that way you can build things, or you could smelt this all into stone and get some XP. But this is a super useful farm, and you can go AFK. Make sure you don't break your pickaxe, but you could literally AFK at this thing for maybe like, well, I don't know, 2 hours using a Mending Unbreaking 3 netherite pickaxe, and you would probably get like 2 double chests worth of cobblestone. But yeah, so this thing is super efficient. It's going to be great for when you need to build farms and you don't have any blocks. And yeah. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, then please be sure to click the subscribe button and leave a like. My name is 1UpMC, and I will catch you guys in the next one.